right. Well, yo, beautiful people. This Nate here.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. This is the Games Music Life podcast, episode 309, I think.
It sounds right to me.
Beauty of post-production, I'll update it. What's up, man?
Hey, man, you know what I mean? We got past the 4th of July. How was your 4th, first of all?
I'm over 4th. I'm glad you brought that up, bro. So I had a moment on the 4th of July that I really was like, this is the last year I'm doing this mess. Okay. Like, seriously, this is the last year I'm ever going to celebrate it. This is the last year that I'm even going to acknowledge that this is a holiday. So let me tell you. So first off, holiday fall on a Tuesday. Having to go back to work on a Wednesday. This was the worst week ever, bro. Like, I had a call with a vendor on Friday, and I had to apologize to him because I was straight to the point. The meeting was pretty short and sweet to it, and I didn't have my normal like fluff and want to talk. I just couldn't get ahead. I just couldn't. I just really could not get out of whatever it was this week. And I think part of it as well is I don't really like the 4th. And I had to realize that. We went to a parade, which was okay. I didn't mind the parade, but I found myself, because we were there, the whole family, we had everybody out. I'll show you some pictures too. We had our Juneteenth shirts on, so we're there, and we're in the middle of Westerville, and I looked around. There wasn't many people that looked like me, so that bothered me. That was the first thing. But
we ain't going to no parade. First of all, it's probably early, and I just ain't going to no parade. Parade for what? It
was 10:30. My wife wanted to get the kids out the house, so I was like, I signed up for it, so I went. And so we ended up going there. It was hot, and I was okay with that. But the part that got to me was like looking around and how happy everybody was, and I wasn't. And I didn't really I understood it, and I got it. I know Juneteenth had passed. I didn't celebrate it the way I wanted to, so I felt a little empty about that. But then we ended out of that, and also big crowds. You see how the world is now, man. Like, I got nervous while we were down there. I'm looking around, my head's on a swivel, so I really could never really enjoy myself, because I'm thinking, if it pops off, I got to look at the exit plan here. So it's a bunch of people. I got to grab the kids, like, babe, grab the wife, let her hold on to my pocket, and let's run out of here. But I shouldn't be thinking that, but I got to as a dad. Got to keep everybody safe, you know? Yeah. So we get done with that. We went home, and we proceeded to go back out to look at the fireworks. First of all, fireworks are overrated. All right, fireworks, the kids didn't even have fun. And like, now it's just a pseudo thing. I'm just there. Like, we're just out here to do a placeholder, like, hey, celebrate it 4th of July. And then we went home, and I couldn't, once again, the next day, I was tired as all get out, because I did all that stuff the day before. And I'm like, for what? I didn't want to grill. The kids came over and we played Taboo, and that was cool. We had fun with that. But I said that at the end of it all, on Tuesday night, I was laying in bed, and I told Sharita, not anymore. Next year, we're going to celebrate Juneteenth. And we're going to celebrate it. I think it's a couple, it's before anything.
Like 2 weeks before.
2 weeks before, we're going to celebrate it. And when July 4th comes, we're going to treat it like a day. And I'm really over it, bro. I'm just not over it. I'm not doing it no more. What about you?
Being in the middle of the week was pure trash.
Oh, like, pure trash.
If Christmas ever falls in the middle of the week, bro, I'm taking that week off. Like, sorry.
Sure. Yeah,
like, it's just not happening. But, you actually brought up a really good point. I don't know if we ever had a chance to talk about this, man, but a few weeks back, we had a barbecue at my parents' house. Like, my whole family or whatever came out or whatever. We was all sitting back chilling.
I remember.
And we bumped into the conversation. I think we may have talked about this off pod. We're going to talk about it on pod. About, can a man grow an attraction? And you just made a really good point about, you having to keep your head on a swivel and watch out. And you got to come up with the exit strategy just in case, because you got to protect your family, because that is your duty. That's your duty as a husband, a father, and as the man of the house. That's your duty. So I had to pose this question to the group. I'm like, hey, listen, so if my position in a relationship is that of a provider and a protector, like provision, we can discuss what that actually looks like. I think it looks different for everybody, but provision is provision. But protection always seems like it falls under the same category. Like, I'm like, hey, listen, so if you hear a bump in the night, which one of y'all has to get up? All the men like, me, it's me. If it's a bug in the house, who got to kill it? Men, put their hands up. It's me. It's me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, your wife gets scared or whatever. Like, can you get scared with your wife? Can y'all be scared at the same time? No. Somebody got to be over here and be reasonable, and it's got to be you. She's allowed to be scared whenever she feel like it.
Right.
If you think I'm doing all that for a woman I think is ugly, you got the game messed up. So no, a man cannot grow an attraction.
Did they all agree with you?
Once I put it that way, they were all like, "This is a good point. Like, you're right. Yeah, no."
Did the women agree?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Women were like, "Yeah, no, that is a fair point."
Since we've been opposing that question, the women's been giving the most pushback on it.
Yeah, they have. But men we already knew.
Yeah, we already know.
Off top, we were like, listen, no, there's no growing attraction. Either I found you attractive or I didn't. If I didn't find you attractive, it's out. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Sorry.
Right. I think part of it is that they look at the part of it that are saying we can't grow attraction to them. Like, oh, everyone deserves love. Actually, they don't.
I'm not saying that you can't be attracted to somebody.
Though, you can.
Yeah, somebody will be attracted to you. It's just that I can't grow into it. Like, you can't force me. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, no, it's not going to happen. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
These are the facts, man. These are the facts.
Sorry.
So what did you end up doing for the 4th?
For the 4th, man, so we had our god kids. So we made the decision to go ahead and pick them up on Saturday. We were like, hey, listen, we can kind of finesse this. We'll have them for 4 days. You know what I'm saying? Make a long weekend of it. And they were great. Let me tell you that. First of all, we had a blast. It was so nice to get to spend that time with them. Like
they're oldest good kids too.
My oldest 2 guy children, they're getting up in age. Matter of fact, happy birthday, Micah. Today's a birthday.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 14, 12, 10, and 5. You know what I'm saying? That was the age range I was dealing with. Brother, when I tell you, Wednesday came, we were so tired. I got to give you your flowers. I don't know how you do it. I know that you probably got a routine down where it's like, okay, listen, we just going through the paces or whatever. Mm-hmm. But brother, I was just so tired. So tired, man. Like, bro, and I mean, these kids, they be counting on you for everything. Man. They be like, they just like, man, this is one that would kill me. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, 11 o'clock come, man, you're like, hey, man, are you hungry? Everybody like, no, I'm not hungry. You're like, are you sure? Like, I can cook right now. We'll have pancakes or whatever. Uh-huh. They're like, no, I'm not hungry. 10 minutes later, they're like, I'm hungry. You're like, yo, fam, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Like, I'm telling you, the thing with kids is that they look at the moment. You know, they look at, okay, in this moment, I'm not hungry. That could change in 60 seconds. You know, that could all change.
That's wild.
It is.
That's absolutely wild. Like, bro, you came back 10 minutes later and now you're starving?
Yeah.
But you weren't, like, I can't believe one of the two. Either you were hungry and you just lied for whatever reason, or you're not really that hungry right now. I just put the seed in your head that you could eat, and you were like, I'm bored. I want to do something. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. When you were cooking dinner or after you made them food and you gave someone food, did you ask around the table, like, okay, I'm getting this person something. Does anyone else need anything?
No, it was literally like, hey, listen, if one person said they were hungry, sorry, y'all all got to eat.
Okay.
Like, I'm very sorry. I'm only going to do this once.
Okay.
Like, and what we did was like, so for the 3 older ones, because the 5-year-old, you know, like he don't really know what he wants for dinner. Like, come on. Yeah. So we just asked them, hey, listen, what do you want to eat? Everybody gave a different answer. We're like, okay, we're going to have what you want tonight, what you want tomorrow, what you want on the last night.
Uh-huh.
So we did it like that. So it was easy enough.
Okay.
And like I said, like, yo, listen, we ain't making no special efforts here, okay? Like, whatever they pick, you got to eat it too. I'm very sorry. Very sorry, but that's just the way it's going to be. You're going to have what you want one of these days too. Just keep that in mind, and they got to eat it, so you be all right.
Right,
but, yo, it was just like, oh, man. Oh, man.
You thought about it too, like, huh, Deer does this every day, huh?
And I know that you probably got it down to routine, but it's just like.
I really don't, Kev. Like, literally, like, bro, it's like, it's winging it. There's no, and as you saw with your 4 god kids, every one of them have their own personality. So everyone has, like, you can't, which is going to be, okay, I'm going to do this one with this one this day. Well, the other one might not like that. So you got to do something different with them. So,
man,
it is, bro. It's different. I don't know. I don't have it figured out. I do not have a plan. You have a plan. And one thing about parenting, as soon as you have a plan, it's deviated immediately, you know, immediately. Like, yesterday, I was so just at my wit's end with Buddy. Buddy was like, he wore the body down, and it was just it was to the point where I had to tell him, like, I looked him right in his little optics and said, listen, I am frustrated with you right now, and I need to get away from you. I love you.
You need to move around.
Right? I got to go. I went to my room and I hid. I ended up watching was it KD's show Swagger, which it's okay. We'll talk about it. But yeah, man, so no, like, there's no
day in and day
out.
Now I will say the little ones were. The older ones were fine. Uh-huh. The older ones were fine. I mean, they're very good kids. So it's like having them be older, I didn't have to like loom over them. Mm-hmm. But it is weird. Like the little one was actually doing much better than we expected. Like he was like right in line. He was cooling. Like, you know, it's like it'd be the little things. You're right. Well, it'd be the little things. You got to be like, hey, listen, don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself. You know what I mean? But you catch that, and after that, man, he sit down, play the video game or whatever. He just want to do what his brother doing.
Yeah.
But yo. You know what I'm saying? Used to like you get a couple hours where it's cooling, and next thing you know, you start hearing boom, 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 boom. You're like, all right, all right, let's go outside for a little bit. Yeah, like because clearly you're getting restless.
Yeah,
getting a little. Man, my man's listen. They would play a game for 10 minutes and then just flip to another game. I'm like, yo, how? Like how? Like why do you just keep switching games every 10 minutes? Like ain't no like, babe, you barely getting past the loading screen, player. What's going on here?
It's the attention span, bro. Now mix that into like because our wives they look at things as far as like arts and crafts and stuff like that. Well, you implement that stuff into it, they'll do it for 5 or 10 minutes and they just leave it where it's at and just go to the next thing. Before you know it, now you're cleaning up 3 or 4 different areas that they never got finished playing with. It's like, did you even enjoy this? Did you do anything? You know?
No.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's I don't know how you do this day in and day out. But I figure eventually you just be like, hey, yo, listen, just get away from me.
Yeah. And it gets to that point. And yesterday was my point with that. Like yesterday, I just had to. I literally ran in my bedroom. Like, I'm going to get away from Dante. Because he doesn't.
Or go to bed. Like,
or,
hey, listen,
right. Or go to bed. Or both.
Children, go to bed. It's bedtime. Go to bed. Bedtime. Like, it's 7 o'clock. I don't care. You're done for the day.
We're going to get 13 hours of sleep. Yeah. We'll try this again tomorrow. Matter of fact, here goes some vitamins. And we're going to go to sleep. Okay?
Yeah. It's bedtime. Yeah. So yeah, but so I give you flowers, man. You ain't new to this. You true to this, man. I gotta applaud you.
Appreciate it, bro. Once you get into it, you'll grab your musket and get into this fight with us, and there is no. That's why wine is a thing. That's why the Cooper Hawk Wine Club is such needed, bro.
Brother, I was tired. I was so tired. I was so tired.
I heard it in your voice when you said you were making a plan for the 4th. And I told Street, I said, man, Kev over there, they over there tired. They going through it right now. They don't know what to do. They scrambling right now.
Oh my goodness, man. That's a lot of hours to fill, man. Like as an adult, you don't really think about it. It's like, hey man, as a matter of fact, I feel like the days go fast when you're grown. You know what I mean? It's like, man, like I got so much to do. Like what's the last thing you did for 10 minutes besides sit on the throne?
Just collect my thoughts, man. Like nothing. I don't do anything for just 10 minutes. I don't know.
Right. Everything is a process. You know what I'm saying? Everything take a long time. What are you talking about? But to switch games every 10 minutes, you watching a show for 5 minutes. Like, why'd you even turn it on?
I tell you, man, I think it's social media. I think it's the phones, some of the screen time stuff. It's a lot of that things. And it's kind of embedded into us as an adult too, where the attention span, I think we all got ADHD, first of all. Let's start with that. And I think that's part of it is really just having to focus. Like I'll be having to tell internal conversations to myself, like just focus. Like, all right, Nader, focus. Because like I'll have to, like for the podcast, for instance, we're sitting here talking right now. But if I'm on the phone with somebody and like first of all, I don't talk on the phone. But if you do call me, the best thing to do is have an agenda. We're going to talk. We're not just blindly just having conversations because I'm probably going to be scrolling on my phone or something. Like on, looking at a YouTube video to watch later. And then I miss the conversation. But I try to be engaging on it because I don't really talk on the phone that much.
Yeah, but I don't talk on the phone.
I hate it, man. I hate it. But it comes to, like I said, the ADHD inside of just having to have that conversation and talk. Like if we're left as a kid, right? A kid will will think about things they want to do in the moment, but they're not thinking about the future. They're not thinking, okay, if I eat now, I'm probably gonna be hungry in a couple hours. They're just hungry at that moment. Like I said, 30 seconds can change everything with a kid. You might say like, I'm not hungry right now. And then the minute you sit down, the minute you get just your blanket around you as a parent or an uncle, a godfather, you're sitting there, they're hungry. Yeah. And you think that like, you gotta be doing this on purpose. No, that's just kids, man. That's just what they do.
That's wild. Like, so it got to the point where it's like, yo, you just start cooking at a time. Like, hey, listen, right now I got time to cook. You can eat now while it's hot, or you can wait, but you're going to eat this. Whenever you say I'm hungry, listen, we've already combated that. I don't care what you want. This is what you got. And that's what you're going to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. What we end up doing, man, for the 4th too, to piggyback on that was trying to just this week has really just been trying to catch up with that. But we just been trying to get some vacations planning, man. I gotta travel. I gotta get the heck out of Columbus for a little bit, just out of the country. I want to go. I saw a Pinterest video about Switzerland, and my mission is to get there. Now, I'm gonna hate everything about getting there, and I'm gonna have anxiety on the way back, but I gotta get there.
Boy, y'all better go to a beach or an island or something, man.
We trying
Switzerland.
We trying to get. We were talking about that, like getting them to a. First of all, I didn't know Michigan was that far away from us. Because we want to go to Myrtle Beach. Well, the beach in Michigan.
Oh,
is.
Yeah.
And we were trying to get to a which is weird because Michigan is not on an ocean. But I don't know. You can't tell me that. So a lake.
That lake
looks like the ocean to me. But
It's
they
a
have
big
beaches.
lake. It's a great lake.
It is. It is a great lake. I think I fished up there before. Yeah, I did when I almost died. But I'm just trying to get my kids' feet into some sand before. We toured around Myrtle Beach again.
Kids.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I know.
Leave them where they are. Like they had their vacation. It's called summer break.
And I told Shrita that. I said, yo, bro, we got to get our vacations planned for you and I. Because damn these kids, man.
Take them to the fair. They'd be all right.
Take them to the fair.
They can't even appreciate it.
They went to the parade at 4th of July. They good to go.
Yeah, they good. They listen, they done been to Cosi, all kind of activities, man. Like they good. What they need a beach for? Some sand for. Man, that's grown up activities.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, bro. It's no handbook on it, man. There's no handbook on it. I knew you was about to go somewhere, and I see you're dropping in that. So we're gonna just move forward.
Yeah, man, I was just thinking about toes in the sand, man.
Toes in the sand.
You know what I'm saying? Some toes is in the sand, some toes ain't in the sand. You know what I'm saying?
So anyways,
might be 2 sets of toes in the sand. You might not even know. You don't know whose toes is in the sand.
Like we always been. What have we been playing? What you been playing, bro? I'm moving on from you.
Oh man, what have I been playing, man? I still been playing Tears of the Kingdom. Okay. But I've really been playing 2K heavy, man. 2K
really? Giving
up the ghost right now. Yeah, because there's so many free good cards and stuff. It's in game. Yeah. So now it's kind of the best time to get to enjoy it, man. Get to play with all the best cards and all that stuff. And they put Wemby in there. I ain't bought him yet. Okay. But Wemby is in the game. I would like to get a Wemby.
He wasn't free? Really? Well, hopefully his card in the game is better than the performance he put in last night because everyone's killing him today.
He was all right.
He was okay. That's what I said. Like, first of all, the things that he did do was video game-ish. But we'll get to him in a second. So just Tears of the Kingdom. I got to ask about that. So how far are you in the game with Tears of the Kingdom? Are you about to finish it?
Not much further. No. Not. Okay. Listen, I'm nowhere near finishing it. I'm still just doing side quests, man, exploring the depths. I'm going to go get the 5th Sage or whatever. And then it was something else I wanted to do on that game. Oh, I'm going to go fight some Lionels. I ain't fought no Lionels yet.
Yeah, I run away from them cats. They walk around. They too brolic, man.
They said it's easy.
It does seem easy. Have you unlocked all the depths?
Nah, I haven't. Okay. Like, so, yeah,
right.
I've been down there trying to do that or whatever. Like, it gets a little frustrating down there. I ain't going to lie.
Very much so. Once you open it up, pause, it makes it a lot easier. That's what I did. I ended up unlocking the depths 100%, and you get a little corny emblem for doing it. But it's easy to fly around. I told you that thing I created. I ended up getting the Zonai armor, and then I made the little fans and then the little driving thing. So I made like a little hoverboard, and once you do that, you unlock everything, bro. Like that's literally that. You just fly around, unlock, and just get all your resources down there. But I did that. So it sounds like you're in the same boat I'm in, which is you can go beat the game. You can finish the game, but something inside you makes you sad, like you don't want to do it, and that's where I'm at too. Like I know I can do it. I just been playing a bunch of that when I have the time to play. I've been playing that, and I got a farm in there, and I started making better dishes and cooking, but all the while I went to Hyrule Castle, and they're like, "Hey, you're here to beat us. Save me." Zelda started talking. I said, "Not yet, baby. I'll be back." So I left and just started doing some shrines. Because once you unlock the depths, you start realizing that those roots under the depths actually connect to shrines. So you go back up, and I've been just doing all of those. So I don't know, man. I'm at the point where I can beat it like you. I know but once I do, I'm gonna get sad because I don't have nothing else to play really right now. I don't really want to play anything else.
I might drag this out till Starfield. Yeah. Even though I would like to get that Jedi Survivor. I would like to play that game. I heard it's fire. I still got to play the Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. I still got to finish Elden Ring. Yeah. 2K24, they're going to take my money apparently.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I wasn't going to buy it, bro. I wasn't going to buy it.
And they knew. They listened to the pod. They heard you say that you was on the fence about it. And what they do, they threw Kobe on the cover. Yeah. They threw Kobe on the cover and then also said that they put crossplay. So they finally put crossplay in the game.
I don't really care about crossplay if PC not included because I would love to play on PC instead of PlayStation.
But that's gonna the part that I found to be interesting is gonna be cross play for next gen and last gen too. So for people that play Park, I guess that's a big thing. But I don't know. I didn't think it was a big deal either.
The PC port is never next gen or new gen, I should say. That's what they're calling it now.
Right. Okay. I wonder if they're gonna do that this year though.
Probably not. Like it seemed like they are content.
Yeah.
until they decide that they're not going to put out old gen games anymore.
Right. No, I'm with you. So it's going to come with League Pass again if you buy the Kobe edition or a limited edition, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
So they take my money again, man. This year I think I'm going to watch more. I mean, I watched a lot of NBA last year, but I think it's that NBA. Did you utilize that last year when you had the League Pass?
Yeah. I would watch a lot of the games and stuff on my phone, which made it super convenient.
Really?
But yeah, I mean, as much as I could, it's what I will say, man. I ain't had, especially with the NBA, I don't be having proper time to really sit down, and it's because they play all the games at night. You know what I'm saying? It's like NBA games start at like 7:30 on, random work week nights. So it's like I can watch one of the games, maybe. The West Coast game probably ain't getting finished if I do sit up and watch it, and I got things to do.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the point I was going to get at, which is them West Coast games be kicking my butt, man. Yeah. Like I'll have full intention. Like, Kev, you understand? I'll get the air fryer going. I'll have a spread. Like I'll have okay, I took my medicine, wash Chronicles, and I'll have some wings ready. I'll get a couple little tater tots. I'm ready to roll. West Coast game come, bro. I will eat my food and I'm gonna sit here and watch the game.
Done.
The next thing it's morning. You know, it was
completely finished. Completely finished, man.
I don't have it in me, man. I can't watch none of it. Then all the good teams are now in the West because there aren't really going to be any good East Coast teams that I really want to see. Heck, we didn't even know Miami was any good till they got to the finals.
Yeah, this is true.
So I mean, Milwaukee maybe, but yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely get the Kobe edition just so I can have that, and then also get the League Pass. I do want to watch some of the younger kids play. Like watching some of the summer league stuff that happened yesterday. I wonder if Michael Jordan gave them a big kind of an FU before he left and sold his portion of it, because he should have took Scoot. Like just looking at Scoot Henderson, like that dude's he's nice.
I thought he got hurt.
He hurt his shoulder. It was preemptive. They took him out. He could have kept playing, I think, but they're gonna definitely watch him more. Yeah. But the kid the Hornets did end up drafting. He's gonna be good, I think.
He was cool.
He was cool, but he's first of all, he was dead wrong talking about Paul George as the GOAT. That's what is all this Paul George love I'm getting? Like we're getting from the, like, you explain that to me, please.
The Ute, man. Yeah, they saw something we didn't, I guess.
No, I think Paul George is this generation's Tracy McGrady.
Well, I guess my only problem with it is it's like, yo, as a Ute, you sat there and watched LeBron absolutely destroy this man for years.
Right.
At no point did he ever get anywhere close to over the hump.
Right.
What are we talking about here? Like, I mean, he got spanked year after year. Like, he was a good player.
To some degree, we even elevate Paul George because of how decent of a job he did against LeBron.
Right. That's kind of where he gets to hang his hat.
Exactly. But I don't know, man. Like I don't understand that one with the young ones. But back to the point about Wemby and the young guys with Summer League. I've been watching them, and it's been cool to watch, man. I think I seen Wemby out there doing a crossover on an ISO at 7 foot tall. Like 7'5". Like, I mean, because KD is 7 foot. That's why I'm like, okay, this kid's different. He's gonna be okay. But one thing I liked about him is is when he said at the end of the game, he said, "I didn't know what I was doing out there," and that takes a lot. That made me feel good. He's gonna have proper coaching. And what do you think is gonna happen once he gets those weight on him, the butter rolls? They start delivering those Pop-Tarts to his room, and he starts putting that weight on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when it's that Chick-fil-A. Just don't rock out with Zion, because Zion does too much.
Hey man, Zion doing what he's supposed to be doing.
What's up with him?
Yeah. Hey, he living life and chilling, bro. Like, what did you expect?
He's gonna be
What did he do wrong? What did he? Of course he's gonna be okay. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, he did exactly what I expected him to do.
Yeah,
like, what?
No, he did exactly what he did. But Wemby's out here beating charges. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the crown jewel, man. He's Teflon.
He's our Teflon. Brother,
he's Teflon.
What was Britney Spears thinking about, man?
She wasn't.
Well, first of all, yeah, she's a. We pray for her mental health is what I'm gonna say, because I was gonna say something else, but we gonna just pray for her mental health, because them people around her don't mean her no good. Okay,
he didn't even know she was there.
Yeah, he never even noticed her, and they dropped the charges because she smacked herself. So now she looked even crazier.
Yeah,
putting out all, like, first of all, she jumped on the internet putting out statements and all that stuff. It was like
nobody bought it though.
Video.
But-
Well, no, the way they originally reported it was like, man, the security guard turned around and backhanded her to the floor and said, "Where's my money?" Like, yeah, we saw the actual video. The security guard didn't even really look at her. He just moved her hand or whatever. She
Right.
uncoordinated, so she hit herself in the face.
But what would she think was going to happen? You go run up on a 7'5" person, anybody really. You come running up on me. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, don't do that. Like, you're going to startle me. You can't run up on a black person like that. Period.
Well, you know what I'm saying? She you know what I mean, to her thing, man, you know what I mean? Like she got a little name. She's had some clout in the past. Like, you know what I'm saying? They sell t-shirts with her face on it in Target.
Kev.
Yeah.
They asked him who she was. He looked in that camera and said, I have no idea. He does not know.
19 years old, bro. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying.
She ain't been relevant about 15 years. Like, why? And he was from France. Why would he know who this is? Like,
right. Why would she think he would turn around and be like, oh my God, Britney Spears, come here, give me a hug. Like, let's take a picture. He doesn't know who you are. Right. You know, I'm hesitant to think my teenage kids would know who Britney Spears was, man.
Bro, if I seen Britney Spears right now, I'm not 100% sure I would know it was her.
I wouldn't either. I would definitely feel like I wouldn't want to run it up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be startled as well. But no, I wouldn't.
It wasn't no fuss. Like, this was, you know what I'm saying? That was a non-issue, a non-starter. It was just Wemby was in the news. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made it a big deal. But it's like, yo, you tried to run down on them. They removed your hand off of the asset. You know? Now, what you did with your hand after that, I ain't got no control over that.
Yeah. They got to look at who was the security guard, because I thought it was Manu Ginobili personally. That's who I thought it was. Okay, I thought it was Manu who slapped it because it was left-handed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, he's a lefty, so he might have, you know, I mean, he was fluent. You know, it might have been Dirk, might have been David Robinson. I don't know, but Wemby's gonna be the one. He's the crown jewel, man. They protect that man at all costs, bro.
Mans didn't even look neither. He just get that hand out of here.
He never knew what happened. They told him after the fact, like, hey, we had a little situation about 10 minutes ago. Really? I didn't know. And he kept going. So they didn't know. Like, okay.
You know? Yeah. It's like, all right, whatever.
You did your job. You know?
Yeah, exactly. You did your job very well, because I didn't even know we had an incident. I was involved? What? Oh, man.
Could you imagine him? He went and looked at the paper later that night, like, what? When did this happen? He asked the kid, when did we run into Britney? Who is this Britney Spears? But when did we run into this person? They're like, it was like hours ago. Like, really? Okay.
Whatever you say. You know what I mean? Man, protect Wemby, man. He going to be all right.
Oh,
he going to be all right.
For sure. So this free agency stuff that's going on, man. So Dame has not been traded. He asked for a trade.
Disloyal.
Disloyal. He's not been traded yet. I don't like the move to Miami. I got to be honest with you. I get like why he wants to go, but basketball wise, I don't think it makes much sense.
I really don't get it. Like I think he just want to be in Miami. I don't think it got nothing to do with basketball. He's like, man, I've been living in boring Portland. Like, man, listen, maybe he going through it at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A house on the rocks. He like, man, let me get to Miami. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get my Zion on, baby.
Get your Zion.
Yeah. Right, he just sees Zion out here living.
Zion's going to be all right, man. But
he been quiet up in Portland, man.
No, you know what?
Pop out.
I'm thinking about with you, though, with your boy Harden asking for a trade from the Sixers. Then he's popped up at the white party, which I thought was very weird. That whole white party
was weird, man.
That's very. I see cats hugging.
Figure out, what was CJ Stroud doing there? How did he get invited? I was like,
right. I mean, everybody who was anybody was there, and then all kinds of reports start coming about it. Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian are like not hugged up, but they were real flirty or whatever it may be. The pictures from that white party look very nuts. And then once I seen Khaled and them fake teeth, I said, yeah, this is a wrap. This is weird.
Once little baby was getting
man,
you know, he's getting sandwiched up. It was I don't know. I don't know what's going on around here.
You know what made it look weird though about him getting sandwiched up was that he was standing next to Kuzma, who had blue hair. And I think the guy, whoever's party it was, he must be a tall dude, because little baby looked like Dante. Like, he looked real little in there. Like, he looked real tiny next to these people.
Like, his limbs was all like bent up. Like, and dude was like hugging him like across the body or whatever.
And then
you
saw like all his teeth.
Paws.
Like, I saw his back teeth. Like, if I'm ever smiling that hard, one of my kids graduated from college. Like, I should not be partying with people that aren't considered my friends, whatever you want to call them. And you see my back teeth. You know what I'm saying? He was smiling so hard, man.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. It for me, it would just come a point where I'd be like, yo, get off me, man. Like, come on. Like, I don't care who you are, man. Hey, listen, let me go. Get off of me, man. All right, it's too much. It's too much. Like, too much love, man. Stop touching me, man. Like, chill out.
And Kuzma, once again, is so taller than him. Like, when he was hugging him, his armpit was on Lil Baby's collarbone. Like, you ever, like, could you imagine getting a hug from somebody and their armpit is on your collarbone?
I do's that. I don't get done like that. You know what I mean?
Like, I've hugged my wife like that, where I hugged her for, you know what I mean? Like, gave her a hug because I'm taller than her. But, like, a grown man did that to me.
I don't take pictures with people taller than me.
No.
Listen. Ain't no hug, bro. Ain't none of that, man. Matter of fact, you might be my biggest op. Like, nah. Well, you know what I'm saying? I guess, like, man, maybe, like, if you're an inch or two, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't, but, like, a 7-footer, bro, don't come near me, bro. You stay over there. That's too much. Like,
yeah, it is too much.
Back. Yeah, right. Like, you ain't supposed to be that tall, man. Like, that's sick. I'm tall. I'm already tall. Like, I'm not going for that.
Right. Exactly. I can see if I was a short person. I'm 6 foot. 6'1" with Jordan 3s on. Like, I you know what I mean? So
back. I'm not, don't be standing all close to me, man. Like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
But yeah, man, I don't know what's going. I still want to know, how did CJ Stroud end up at that point?
you won't let that go.
I'm just saying, like, I looked at one of the pictures, like, he was in the back. It was like Hove, Kevin Durant, Michael Rubin, somebody else, and then CJ Stroud. I'm like, wait a second, why did CJ Stroud take a picture with Hove?
Right. Yeah. Well, another sighting was that we saw Hove driving. That was kind of odd. We saw him driving to the party. Like, was that dude's house?
I don't know.
Like the City Center Mall. That thing was huge. Pause.
It was a house in the Hamptons, so maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, listen. If GamesMusicLyfe, man, go to that. When we go to that place, man, you gonna be ready to go to the white party?
No. I'm definitely.
I'm popping in, baby. I want to know what's going on in here.
Well, we're gonna pop. I'm gonna pop in this. Like, no. I'm answering. I'm gonna only go to get you out of there because I know you're gonna want to go. But you got to think, man. I'm stealing. All right, that's first thing.
I'm leaving here with something.
I'm leaving here with something.
They ain't tripping. They got it. It's cool. It's all good.
So
nobody worried.
I could say that. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna steal. Okay.
Nah, I want to see what's going on, bro. I'm caught. Like, I see Little Baby over there. I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, baby, why you over there getting sandwiched up, dog? Like, what's going on with that?
No,
man, ain't right.
Because I'll be scared to see what's gonna happen there. Because I think we know what happens there, but I don't want to.
No, I'm saying it though. That's the thing. I'm calling her. Hey, bro, what you doing? What is that? Like, nah, I'm not being cool. Yeah. What is that that's going on right there, man? Hey, I'm not
I saw on Twitter somebody said the Coke man did Wilt numbers today, and like I laughed so hard.
That's facts, man. You know what I'm saying? All proceeds to my chain.
All pro, which is the best moniker. I love Lupe for that. Lupe's been active, man.
He's been going. He's been going up.
He's been going nuts, man. But hold on, back to this free agency. Who else signed? I feel like we're missing somebody.
Nobody. I can't think of nobody that was like a real big deal. Like, we've since moved on to the summer league stuff, man. Since Kyrie signed, went ahead and went back to Dallas. I don't know what Dallas is gonna do, man. They're probably gonna lose Luka. Sorry,
you know what?
But
they are. But hold on, I got a little. Like, I want to ask you a question. So you thought that Kyrie's market was out? Was he was going to go to Phoenix? You were dead set on that. Like, he's going to
Phoenix. Really didn't have the money, but
they didn't. But
I thought maybe he might take a love deal.
No, that'd been the worst place for him to go. There'd be no. Kyrie is so talented. Like, so I seen him in open runs, some people you get fooled by the open runs. With him, I can look at him play like, all right, this dude is so special. And I think he didn't have a market like I thought he would. And I think he was trying to drive the price up. But he signed a 3-year, 126. Get your money, Kyrie. But I don't think it makes basketball sense. I do not think it makes basketball sense. And I don't know what Dallas is going to do. Keep it all the way real. Phoenix low-key put together a pretty good roster.
They did. I was surprised by the free agent pickups and signings that they were able to make or whatever, because they didn't have a team at all.
No.
But they played it smart. I'm still not a big fan of the Beal signing. I don't know why they wanted Brad Beal. I don't understand it.
Well, they got him for pennies on the dollar, man. They literally got him for nothing.
That's fine, but I don't know why you got him.
Versus who'd you rather have gotten?
Man, who would I have actually wanted to tempt to come out there? I would have probably tried to go for a big guard.
Okay.
I can't tell you who. I don't know.
Okay.
Or I would have just waited it out. I would have just kept riding this thing out or whatever, man. Got rid of CP's contract. I wouldn't necessarily want to get rid of CP necessarily, but get rid of that contract, and we could find somebody serviceable, man. Get Tyler Hero or something.
Do we know if Tyler Hero's good?
He all right. I mean, he's good to fill a roster spot. Plus, you got KD and Devin Booker, man. Like, you all right.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Well, they got rid of they moved on from CP3 and ended up getting him to the Warriors, and then the Warriors ended up flipping him for Jordan. Well, flipping Jordan Poole away, Jordan Poole looks like he looks unhappy. Like, and the more stories are coming out, I don't think anyone on the Warriors really liked him.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think they liked him.
I think he was being like a little punk on that team, man. So it sounds like everybody was. I mean, somebody actually did point out, like, if you watch that video, man, when Draymond gave him the eye jammy or whatever, Steph didn't come over there and try to break it up. He was kind of like, kind of looked more like, man, about time. Somebody had to do it.
Somebody had to do it. I can't do it.
Somebody needs to do it.
I'm a
superstar.
Brother. Yeah,
right. Listen, I'm an icon.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna punch him. Like, that's bad. I'm on the road to $1 billion, man. That's bad for me. Draymond, that's on brand. That's on brand.
That's his lifeblood.
Matter of fact, this is what Draymond gets paid to do.
Absolutely. Good.
Everything that Steph can't do, Dre, that's what you're here for. And Draymond embraces that. Draymond from Saginaw, Michigan.
Right.
He know what time it is.
Right.
He was trying to be cool with Jordan Poole, but Jordan Poole he didn't recognize that Draymond was from Saginaw, Michigan. He ain't never seen Saginaw, Michigan to understand what kind of people it produces.
He never recovered from that, though, Kev.
No. He couldn't. I mean, that's too embarrassing.
Right. No, it is.
Yeah.
It definitely is too embarrassing.
Every girl you meet, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, second she get mad at you, that's why I'm going to call Draymond.
Right. Like, well, you didn't do that to Draymond.
Right. You got all this energy to be Draymond. You still go out there, man, have to practice with him. He punched you in the eye. You didn't do nothing. So I know you ain't going to do nothing.
Right. Like, matter of fact, get out my face. Yeah, man, I just, the free agency stuff, I thought it'd be a little bit more entertaining than what it's been, but all the signings that were happening or before they happened, we kind of saw them coming. Like Draymond signing back with Golden State, and then CP3 getting cut was probably the more surprising thing about it. But then Kyrie signing back with the Mavericks, I told you it wasn't gonna be a big market for him. But as far as what Dame goes, I mean, if you had it in a vacuum, if you had your say, where do you think where would you want him to go? What make the most sense?
Honestly, Boston. I feel like Boston, he makes the most sense for him. It's like they got the most talent and big market. Like you could really and nobody on that team is really playing your position. You would have so many weapons.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this though: do you find it odd that now that you mentioned Boston, Boston has not given Jaylen Brown his extension yet?
No, because I think that they're trying to load up that roster. I think that they are trying to make a move for one more piece to kind of round them out. So
do you think they're going to trade Jaylen Brown?
Money. I don't think so. I think they just need to know what that money looks like. And it's like, hey, listen, we can do this and we can offer you this. Maybe we give you a short deal, maybe not as large a Supermax bag, but listen, man, this will give us enough room that, hey, everybody else will be taken care of, and then boom, you be on deck. Like, let us give you a Draymond type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you think he's going to stand for that?
Drake got 400, right?
Yeah, he got 4 for 100. Yeah.
Yeah, but, so like, I mean, great deal, great. I mean, come on, $100 million, nobody's sneezing at that. But when you're looking at LaMelo getting 260,
Ant-Man getting 260,
yeah, it's like, which, whoo, good God, that's never gonna be relevant.
What's up with you and Ant, man? Like you
Dennis Smith Jr., man. I like him. Like, he's funny. Listen, he is funny, man, and I enjoy him as a person. As a hooper, though, man, I don't see it.
You don't
like he got that dog in him, and I do respect that.
All right,
but skill wise, I don't see him. Like, do you think he'll ever be an MVP?
But Dennis Smith Jr., Kev, like,
do you see Ant ever being an MVP or All NBA or even an All-Star?
Not on that team. Okay, that's the only reason I say not on that. And the reason being is he got to get away from Karl Anthony Towns. Like, I like Karl Anthony, this story, but like, he's delusional, man. Like, you got to get him up out of that team. Like, he's one more comment away from being on that Herb category. He might already be there. I think when he did the kissing of the skies, when I was like, it might be done for this dude.
Man, listen, Jordan Woods got him feeling good, man. You can't be mad at that, man. I'm happy for him, man, especially after all he had to go through during the lockdown.
And that's the part that I find myself never wanting to fully slander him because I do want all the blessings to come to him because of the pandemic. That man went through it. Yeah. So he deserves everything he gets. But to answer your question about Ant-Man, no, I don't think he'll ever be all NBA on that team. You know, because I thought for a minute they could probably piece together a package for Portland. Because Portland's going to trade. Like, he says he wants to go to Miami, but Portland's, they already said they were open for business. Anyone who gives us the best deal, we're going to take them. But they want, what I read, they want 4 number ones. That Rudy Gobert trade, like, up the points on the package. And they're not getting that.
32-year-old guard, man. Exactly. I'm not trading 4 first-round picks for that.
Absolutely not. Who stays hurt. But I like Dame, though. I think Dame would be good. If Boston was to get him, they would, in my opinion, would have to give up Jaylen Brown. Because I don't see an offense with him, with Jaylen Brown, Dame, and Tatum. I don't see that happening. So they're going to have to give one up. And they got Porzingis. I forgot they got Porzingis, too.
Oh, yeah.
So,
man, listen, I'm going to tell you what. These Supermax bags are really messing teams over, man. And they're really messing a lot of these stars over, too. Because it's like, man, ain't no market for you, man. And anywhere that you go, you kind of sink this team because they have to pay you so much money that they can't get nobody else.
They're just trying to put butts in seats, man. I think they look at it like, we're not going to be good. We know we're not going to win anything, but you are.
And you got to spend the money.
You got to spend the money or lose it. So, because of their bargaining agreement, like with LaMelo, do we really think LaMelo was worth $260 million?
Yep.
You do?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah. LaMelo was no.
Okay, that's all right. That's the answer I was getting. Was trying to get a answer from somebody who I felt like you didn't deserve it. I knew if I threw
Ant-Man's not even the lead player on his own team. Like, I mean, that clearly Charlotte is LaMelo's team. Like that's his team hands down. Mm-hmm. Is Timberwolves Ant-Man's team? Not really. Kind of forget he's there. Yeah.
No, you can't say you forget he's there.
You do kind of. Like, I mean, it's already not a great team.
Yeah.
You know, he's good enough, but like he ain't good enough to make us want to watch that team. Like LaMelo makes you want to watch the Hornets. Like you'll check a game just to see LaMelo. You wouldn't check the Timberwolves game just to see Anthony Edwards.
True. One thing that stood out to me I want to ask you about though was the one thing about the draft is a lot of the top players that came out, they played in like little pseudo leagues. They didn't go to college. They kind of just went to little leagues. Is college basketball over, man?
It might be, man. Okay. The bag is out there to play. I think AAU kind of shaped to ruin college basketball because it's like, man, these kids are out here getting pampered on the AAU circuit from the time that they're what seems like 8 years old at this point.
Yeah.
Which, so I went to my godson's basketball game. When I tell you that was actually one of the most fun games I've been to in a long time. I mean, you get courtside seat. You know, and like you watching them, and they, you know, it's like they're 10-year-olds. So what do you expect? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but they're trying, and you see like where their mind is at or whatever. That was actually a lot of fun. Yeah. I hope Dante gets into basketball because I would love to go to his game. Like, this seems like a lot of fun.
That's my hope.
Like, listen, when Dante was a baby, man, he had a J. Yeah, I was for sure he was going to the league. I was like, man, he going to the league, baby.
Yeah, he's artsy, man. Like, dude loves to draw. He loves to just create stuff. He's into the Muppets now, and I don't know how it happens. But one thing about like I realized as I got older though, Kev, is that my kids are a lot like me in the sense that I see things like, for instance, Dante was always the one. Like when we designed the house, it was all the things that we knew Dante would ever get into. So like we got to design this, we got to have the high ceilings, we got to have this. So as I got older and I started realizing things, I'm like, you know what? I'm like that too. I'm a very obsessive personality driven person. And then once I do something, I might be over it or I might go back to it. So right now he shifts from things to things, and the things he shifts to now is the Muppets. So he wanted to
shift to the basketball.
I need to shift to basketball. You're right. No, I say all that to say I need to shift to basketball too. Well, we just talked about that, getting him into some sports. He loves soccer. But
that's nice. But no, we need to get him on the court because I had a lot of fun. That was actually a lot of fun. That was a blast.
Was your godson good? Did he play well? Was he good?
Man, he was out there doing. He was doing his thing, man. Nice. You know what I mean? Like he was out there getting out there. I will say the other team that they were playing, boy,
really,
boy, oh boy, yeah. I don't know. But But either way, man, it was a lot of fun getting to watch that whole game, and we had a blast.
Good.
Doing that.
Good. So you said the AAU circuit ruined.
These kids, man. And now they know that they can get a bag. They probably getting a bag in AAU, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
Like, keeping it all the way real. And then it's like, well, they can just go to the G League or go play in the little pseudo league or whatever. Like, go to college for what, man? Why waste that time? Like, man,
Well,
they out here hitting the streets at 17, 18, making money, and still hitting the club, doing all the stuff the college kids is doing. Except for the college kids are broke.
yes, yes, you're getting pimped out, and I think that's where you saw behind the curtain, and like a lot of the players or big name players, like you said, like why would I do this? You know, like you look at your Scoot Hendersons, the Twins, which I love their story. They went to, was it Atlanta Overtime Elite, or like just leagues that were created for them, and they're like, okay, why should I go to college for a year, give you a bunch of my time, resources, I can make NIL money, which they had to do because they can't compete with these other leagues. But I'd rather go here, make a bag, make $700,000, and then go to the league the next year. Hell, if it happens, I mean, where I don't end up getting drafted or something,
I'll stay here, keep making this cash.
Exactly, $700,000 ain't nothing to cough at. So so yeah, I posed that question to you because I had in my brain the answer as well. Is I don't like, if I'm somebody that's going to get ready to go, like fast forward, your nephew, your godson, or Dante, for instance, that matter, wants to go and maximize his earning potential. Why would I go to college?
No reason.
Like why? There's no reason.
Like why would you go to college to get a job? Like that? Like
yeah, I know my job's basketball.
Right. Like if I'm gonna get a job in this, I'm gonna be here for a year and then I'm going to go do that. So
right. So yeah, that's what stood out to me when I saw the draft. I'm like, man, these guys is like, all these guys are coming from different leagues and stuff. So college basketball just might be over, man. So much so that the guys that did go to college, we didn't know who the hell they were. You know, like the only one I knew, I ain't gonna say I knew him, but I felt good story was the guy that the Miami Heat drafted, the Mexican kid. Like, he's the most Miami Heat player I've ever seen. Like, he fits their mold to the letter, and he actually is going to be pretty good. But you know, Miami way, man.
Yeah,
it's the Miami way.
This is all facts. This is all facts. But yeah, it's over for college basketball, man. Like, let me ask you this: did you watch any of March Madness?
None. And you know what? That's when
nobody even brought it up.
That's when I knew it was over, because when it came up and I started seeing some of the players or some of the highlights, I didn't know one player, nor did I know when the game started or ended. Think about that. In years past, March Madness was a thing.
Yeah, hell, it was a big deal, man.
Bro, I planned my wedding around March Madness. You know,
I remember being in middle school during March Madness, bro, and like they would have the games on like in certain rooms or whatever, just because you know. And I mean, we're in class, so it's like, yo, maybe you sneaking off, go to Mr. So and So class or go in this room or whatever, go watch the game on lunch or study hall or whatever. Like, it was big, it was serious business, like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, so much so, like, remember the app would come out, we get the alerts, and you'd watch on your phone or whatever it may be at work or something. Like you said, it was like a holiday.
Yeah, you was making brackets. Like, listen, the brackets is low key the only thing that's kind of keeping it alive. Like, now you just make the bracket just to see, you know, how much you can get right.
I feel like I'm like a soccer mom doing the brackets now. I'm basing it off colors.
You're like, I'm looking at the name. Like, man, they sound like some beasts, man. What's they mascot? Oh man, you know what I'm saying? They're the butt whoopers. Yeah,
give me them butt whoopers.
Give me them.
Right. You know? But to your point about AAU though, the other side of it is a lot of these players have been playing against each other for years. So you get into something like a tournament. I don't care if you went to, you know, Delaware State or this person went to North Carolina. We're gonna throw the ball up. I'm gonna spank you, because like the big teams don't really. There's no incentive for them to, like, first of all, Carolina. You know, I'm a Carolina fan. Their roster was all grown men. They were all like 30, like 27-year-old men. Like they were, and then they got spanked. Of course, they got put out of the tournament. But you know, I don't really get it, man. So yeah, college basketball I think is a wrap.
Yeah, I definitely agree. There's just no, the one and done was the start, but then once the G League opened up to allow players to develop there, and then all these and you know, like I said, you still got the one and done rule. It was a wrap for college basketball. There was just no incentive. Yeah, and the NIL money, it ain't gonna happen, man. Like, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about it we'll get though is college football will come back. The college football game. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, that comes back. I'll be happy about that again, because college football will never go. I think that stands the test of time when it comes to, because there's no outlets. There's no other football.
All the other leagues look weak.
They look very weak, and you're out there with grown men with plaster in their helmets. So you ever bump into somebody that still plays football?
Yes. Yeah.
No, I'll be like tackle football, kid.
Yeah, they be playing like arena league and all that. Mm-hmm.
No, not even arena league. I'm talking about like there's other little pseudo leagues around here. That cats play in. Like, I mean, like grown men like suit up and get ready and they play. That's for the love of the game, man.
I feel them. Like I would be down for something like that. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm a little
No,
old
you
to be taking
wouldn't.
hits.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
See,
I
look,
don't know
you're
if I'm
talking
trying to
yourself
take
through it
no
right now. I know.
But like
No,
flag
you wouldn't.
football or just like some friendly 2-hand touch.
No, I'm talking about get your armor on, and you're out there like running drill, like you're playing tackle football.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I've seen it. Like
For no money. I guess that's the real question. Like, if it's for money, okay, maybe.
I mean, how
but
much
for
money
no
we
money,
talking? I mean, how much money are we talking?
like 200 a game. I need at least $200 a game.
I don't even think they're getting paid that, but they're playing. Some of them I don't even think it'd be for money. Like they're playing just to like be a part
If
of
they
something.
paid money to be there, then nah, like, man, you got the game wrong. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You misunderstood the assignment.
I bumped into somebody who did, and I was so amazed by. I said pause. I wanted to like take you out to get something to eat because I want to talk about this. Like I want to be able to pick your brain to understand why do you do this. You know, like why I love basketball, but I don't play it once a week. I'm not doing this all the time.
But basketball, even that's a different sport. Like,
exactly.
man, like, bro, I ain't trying to take no hits, bro.
Right.
I'm not trying to take no hits.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take anything. Even at basketball, I'm at the point in life where the worst thing that can happen to me is falling. You know,
I
like
feel
if I fall, like I don't know if I'm hurt. Like I don't. That's why as an old man, when I play basketball, if someone does fall, the whole gym just stops and make sure the person's okay. Like literally, like it just stops. You know, just wait for the person to get up and make sure they're okay because falling sucks. You know.
Yeah. Now I can still take my bumps. I will say I have noticed that like I still am spry enough that like I can still take my bumps and be all right.
You gotta come test it, man. You gotta come out and test it with Jay.
It's so late.
Shout out, I know. But you just gotta do it 1 week. Shout out to Jay. Jay bought some new hoop shoes. He's hitting me up every week to come play. I love it. And Jay's actually, you could tell, I love seeing him come every week because I can see him getting back into certain things. Like, you know, 1 week he's come out, he might chuck 3 air balls. You know, next week he come out, he might hit a shot and then 2 air balls. You know, and it's a progression. They kind of keep going through.
But it's all the air balls is there though.
Yeah, the air balls are there. But that's just being old, man. Like sometimes, like, and they'll tell you, like, I'm out there, I'm chucking that ball up. But you know, it's just I got to play more every week.
How many people y'all running with these days?
It's been about 12 to 15 every week.
Oh, that ain't so bad.
Right, but for a while, bro, it was like wildfire. It was like 30, 40 people.
Yeah, that's too many.
Yeah, to the point where I was just doing the clock, and I'm just wanting everybody to have a good time. And I have to remind myself that it is a church thing, and we have to. We're out here reaching folk, and but I want to get my run.
See, that's where it get tough because it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might be inviting some non-church folk.
That's
man,
and like 1,000%.
I'm saying, but a basketball game, man, you know what I'm saying? It might be some words.
It does. It does. It gets that way. I'm telling you, it gets that way. It might be some borderline somebody about to fight. But that's just men, and we can piece it up afterwards. That's just what it is. We kind of set the tone early, like, yo, this is a church event. But
okay, but ain't nobody threatening the fire. Huh?
Nah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Because
listen, I've been to many courts that got shut down because the fire came out.
The fire came out because there was people that didn't know each other. I'm talking about these guys that, you know somebody from somebody. Like them is all either Craig's boys or my boys. So it's all a branch of one of us. So out of respect for us, they keep it that way. But it gets testy out there. It definitely gets testy.
That's what's missing in this new generation, bro. Like, do you remember like when you was a kid? Like, man, you had, like I know in the apartment complex I grew up in, there was a basketball court out there. First of all, that's another place where these kids are losing, bro. Like, if you didn't grow up in an apartment complex, man, like you low key, you lost because it's a different environment to grow up in an apartment complex. Like, you got built-in friends. Y'all all got a whole area to defend. Yeah, and boom, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, you was outside. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like,
you can't run from your problems either. That's the thing.
Listen.
Living in an apartment complex, if you had a problem with somebody in 4B, guess what?
Everybody know where you live.
Everybody know you live. They're gonna be there.
Living in housing development, it don't really seem like the kids, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you got a yard. Like, listen, you're an apartment complex. This everybody yard, player. Like, ain't no yard, brother. You know what I'm saying? You got a patio. That's the end of that, man. Other than that, it's free game out here.
Right.
But like, so we have basketball court, man. So it'll be one of them things, man. You go as a kid, you go to the basketball court, man. You go in there every day because again, you live in apartments. All your homies live in the same neighborhood. Y'all doing the same things every day. Right. So then, you know what I'm saying, might so happen that other people realize that there's a basketball court at your apartment complex, and now they start showing up. So now I remember being like 8 years old, man. You hooping with like 17-year-old kids,
Facts.
and
and
it's like, hey, listen, I'm out. listen, I'm on the court, you on the court, then we just gonna have to play then. Sorry, bro. Like, and I mean, and they wasn't showing you no mercy. It wasn't like, oh, he only ate, leave him alone. It's like, nah, bro. They trying to really get their buckets on you.
That's how you honed your game. You playing against grown men out there.
Yeah, that's facts.
You had the grown men that came to the neighborhood that found out there was a court. They may have had 40 on the sideline. They took a swig of the 40 and came out there and tried to give each other buckets.
That's facts.
That's what happened. You know what I mean? That's what happened. But I remember.
I will say as an adult, I do now wonder, like, man, hey, listen, it was 10 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. What was y'all doing here? I know what I was doing here. Like, I'm a little kid. What was y'all doing here?
It's funny. It's funny the things that we think about as an adult that as a kid we seen. Because like to your point, I remember seeing Home Alone now as an adult. I'm like, man, what did old dude's dad do, man? He took the whole family.
He had that bread.
But back to your point about the neighborhood basketball court. Do you ever remember having to do something with your parents or something? You were gone for most of the day or something, and you come back later in the day and you see that the court is packed and you missed a lot of the, like, I would go in and change my clothes real quick and go out there and get a run in. But like, yo, that's the thing about it as kids, man. Like, they got to have that, man.
Kids don't like going outside now, though. I will say that. Kids do not want to be outside at all. Like, when we was kids, man, like,
oh, man.
Yeah, like, that's where I'm saying, again, this is also another sign of growing up in an apartment complex. Because, like, listen, everybody was outside. Like, man, you seen your friends. Your friends is right outside your window. They pounding on your door trying to get you. Like, yeah, you going to be outside. You going to be outside for a while.
Right.
These kids now, like, I mean, they grow up in big houses, man. They like, man, I ain't got to come over there to play Xbox, brother. We can.
So I'm an Army brat, right? Like, you've known that about me. So
base, exact same thing.
Exact same thing. So growing up on base when we was in Germany, I remember being on punishment one time. This is what kept me out of trouble a lot of times. My mom and dad would put, because like in the base, it was called the barracks, so it was a big square. In the middle was a lot of the parks. So I could see when people was out there playing on the playground, playing on the court, wherever it may be. Well, when I got in trouble one time, I remember, because my room faced the area, so I would look out the window and literally see fun going on. This is before Nintendo.
That was a Squidward meme.
Oh man, it was a Squidward meme. Looking down and seeing everybody having a great time, and I was just in the crib because I had gotten myself in trouble. That kept me from getting in trouble. You know,
now these kids, man, they look out the window, man. All they see is green grass and other people's yards. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they like, oh, whatever, man. But yeah, oh man, like, man, this is off on a tangent, but man, my crib was right across from the pool. Man, you know what I'm saying? You look out the window, man, you see the, giving a good gaze over there, man. Now you see all the homies over there, man. You know what I'm saying? They all in the pool, they having a good time. You like, bruh.
See, where I grew up at, before my mom and dad bought their house, across the street was an apartment complex, so they had a pool. So once it became the rules, it was like a lot of the older, it was a part of the, because like they had the apartment complex rental, what's it called, rental space, whatever, I don't know what to call it, but basically their office, they would be the ones that kind of police the pool. So once it got to a point where they didn't care, then everyone would just go up there and go swimming. So I would look across the street and see the pool, whether it was packed or not, or in our case, we would see the bikes were parked right there. I'm like, oh, the pool is stacked, I'm going to the pool. And they had a payphone there, and we called and ordered pizza. Back when it was like $5.50 for a pizza, they would come and deliver. I'm like, man, this was the life out here, man.
Right. To think like we was doing this stuff at like 8, 9, 10 years old though. I know. I couldn't. Kids now, I don't think that they can handle.
Nah, they're not armed with that. They're not armed with that. Like order a pizza. Is it an app
with a payphone?
You
actually got to call and talk to somebody.
Yeah, like I have to tell them what I want, like explain it, and then give them an address. What's an address? I can't just drop my location.
Right. Yeah. But man, I'm telling you, like, we got to bring it back. We got to bring that back, man. Those were built a lot of character doing those sort of things.
No, I feel you. Before we get out of here, though, I got to ask you a question about this Pusha T and Jim Jones thing. Is it over?
It might be. Push is definitely going to give him a bar, but I don't know that he's going to get a whole song because he's Jim Jones. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that Push is really that invested. And Jim is trying to make it a thing, and it's kind of like, eh.
He said some little witty bars. I mean, more so, he just picked at the bear. And I think, of all people, leave Malice alone. I don't think he even wants it. With Jim, I love that it's hip-hop. I love that this is something that happened. But I think because it's Jim Jones, everybody was like,
it's whatever. Listen, Jim talking about, can you name 5 Pusha T records? Can you name 5 Jim records? And listen, can you rap a Jim Jones verse?
I can rap a chorus, balling, and I literally that's it, just balling. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Listen, I can only get through maybe like the first bar. We fly high, no lie, you know it's balling.
That's it.
Something.
That's it.
He said something else after that. Foreign rides.
You do the shot, and that's it.
Yeah. I don't know. I could not name you a Jim Jones. I don't know a single word of any verse that Jim Jones has ever spit ever.
No, I don't know either. I'll tell you this though, the AI dropped a nice diss on him. I thought that was pretty witty. You know, hey, listen, this AI thing is weird, man. This whole AI thing is really weird. Creating songs, creating logos, doing people's work. Chat GPT wrote John Morant's apology. Like all this is weird, man.
It's for the best, man. You know
it is.
Like listen, man. Let the computers take over, man. We had our fun. It's over.
We did.
Yeah.
Me and you are the computer side, so we'll be fine. So that might be why we feel this way.
I'm looking forward to it. Like, right. Fine by me. Sounds good to me. Listen, I was telling somebody just the other day, I need all of the cars to be self-driving because I trust the self-driving more than I trust anybody behind the wheel.
What's going on with people's driving? Tell me that, because I literally was just ranting about this.
They're way too distracted, or I don't know. You know, I've been saying since the pandemic that the collective IQ of society has just gone way down, just rapidly plummeted.
Facts.
Just rapidly plummeted.
Yeah,
so I'm like, listen, please take these cars out of people's hands. Give it to the AI. I trust the AI more. Mm-hmm. Like let's just let it roll.
Kev, I say to myself at least 3 to 4 times an hour, people are slow. And I'll say that, like, yo, people are really slow. Like, I'll go out to do something in the world or go shopping or something I need to do, groceries, and just little quick hitters, and come back to my bubble. And I get so frustrated with the amount of just having a conversation with a person about something. And I remember just going to Kroger, like, hey, where is your brown sugar? Like, can you tell me the aisle that brown sugar is on?
No.
And the guy looked at me like, he had a smock on. Like, first of all, I don't understand grocery stores anymore. Grocery stores don't even have people. It's like literally 5 employees for the entire Kroger. This is like the size
self-checkout. I
love
that.
I do love self-checkout. But what happens when I'm looking for something? God forbid I go to a Kroger that's not my neighborhood Kroger, because I guess all Krogers are kind of the same.
You got to look it up in the app.
You got to look it up in the app. The app will tell you. Yeah. That's what got me when I went to Home Depot and I needed a door handle. And I was like, where is this door handle? There's nobody in the store. You know what I did? I went to HomeDepot.com. I put it in, and the app told me exactly which aisle it was at and which bin it was in. Yep. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it all changed, but it made people slow, bro.
I agree.
You
know? But get the cars to the robots, man. I'm sick of it. I can't take it anymore.
For real, just make trains.
No. Man. I want the car. I want a car.
You want the car?
But I want the car to drive itself. Like, and you know, honestly, I'll still drive. It's fine. But everybody else around me, I need their cars to just be driven by the AI. Like,
I'm gonna tell you what drives me crazy. I'll tell you what drives me crazy the most is when I'm behind somebody and they're in the lane that's getting ready to turn right and they don't put their blinker on. I lose it. I lose it.
It's the worst. Now, the worst one is, and this is completely washing this, but the worst one is when somebody like is about to miss their exit or like their turn or whatever, and then they just jump over it and they completely ruin traffic for everybody behind them because they're like trying to fight their way in. It's like, bruh, just go up a street and turn around. Like, it's not going to kill you. You'll be fine.
You're risking everyone's health and well-being because you missed your turn, or I don't get it. No, I hate driving, and working from home is even worse because I do leave the house just to remind myself that I know how to drive. You know, like I do know how to do this.
Brush up on the skills.
Yeah, to make sure I'm okay. You know, but
I feel you on that.
But let's get out of here, bro. You got anything else?
Nah, man. I think that about wrap it up.
All right, but yo, people, this is Nadir.
This Kev.
And we are Games Music Life. This was the Games Music Life podcast, episode 309. Drink more water, people. Peace.